What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Unbox Shorts. Today, I got a couple goodies to show you on this episode of Unbox Shorts. I'm wearing the Contender Boston Scally. I forget the name of this color. One of their top flat caps, man. One of their top caps all time with the matching sleeveless hoodie Contender. Don't know why I'm wearing it today. It was just calling me today. It was just calling me. So I threw that on. Back when Boston Scally came out with these banger, simple caps, man. You know, coming out with a Ninja Turtle one now. I don't know about that, man. I'll tell you, if it was about 10 years ago, when my son was 6 years old, I'm copping that cap, you know, because of how much he was into the Turtles and everything back then. But I don't know. I don't know if that theme really works with Scally caps. You know, it kind of seems random. The themes back in the day, like boxing and stuff like this, they used to work with Scally caps. Some of the themes now are so off the wall they don't work with Scally caps. That's the thing. Big, you know, good for them for getting the licensing and all that. So today I got 3 caps to show you. Without further ado, the first cap is another unearthing Stetson from Poshmark. And I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, because you guys will be competition, but if you check out Poshmark and go shopping for Ivy caps, flat caps, Scally caps, you could do a brand like Stetson or Gorin Brothers, Goorin. I've been looking at a few of those. You're going to find, like I got that old Quicksilver 5-panel, you're going to find older Scally caps, older Ivy caps that have cuts that you really don't see anymore, that you can unearth from back in the day and still in great condition, barely used, that you could sport now and give them new life. And I love doing that. It's my thing that I do now. I go digging for these older caps. And the Stetsons, man, I've got a bunch of Stetsons now. I got another great one coming. There's such great caps. This is a Stetson herringbone flat. And you can say, well, it's only a herringbone. Looks like maybe that original Boston Scally, right? Well, look at the profile of that sucker. Look at that. Look at how you have that extra cut in there with that different fabric, the crisscrossing. That's what got me on that profile. So unique. Again, some of these you grab for $20, man. You know, I did have to put this in the stretcher. I'm a 58. So the Stetsons, the way they run, this was a medium. A medium's a 57 for most Stetsons. So a large would be a 58. So I got the type of head where I could stretch a 57. I could go with a 58. I could even maybe prey on a 59 that it'll fit, you know, depending on how they run. So I got a good head for that type of stuff. So this type of stuff works for me because the one thing is you're gambling on the sizing a little bit. But I put that in the stretcher and it absolutely fits totally perfect. Profile is where it's at right there with this. You know, that profile, that's what got me. So it makes it not just your standard herringbone cap. And it's a Stetson too. And you know, the Stetsons are no joke. You go buy a Stetson, a new Stetson, you know, you're up in the hundreds for these suckers. So again, another great unearthing there. And today I got this envelope from Mulligan Gear, and yes, I saw Cisco's review, and Cisco wasn't happy with the bag he was calling it, but he was very happy with the caps and the Made in USA caps. And the only thing I gotta say is he offers free shipping. So when he offers free shipping, you gotta get him in the bag, and the cost of running a business, you gotta completely understand that. You're gonna get him in a bag. Most of the time, they come absolutely fine. If the post office does beat it up, you just steam it. And if you want it in a box, you pay the extra shipping. Or give him a call, let him know, and I'm sure he'll adjust that for you because Jim's a great guy. I went to his shop over the fall. He was a great guy, and makes some absolutely fire caps. I seen another one I seen Sean Madigan with now that I think I'm gonna call him up because it's not on his site. I'm gonna call him up about that crown one with the longer extended bill in the front. So here we go, Mulligan Gear, baby. I got 2 caps. Show the first one I just had to have. Now, Black Watch Tartan. The Black Watch Tartan, you could find in a lot of different caps, right? So there was actually a Stetson on Amazon that was too much money. that I had looked into when Boston Scally had dropped the Black Watch Tartan, the Scott cap. I didn't like the cut. Use that same old duckbill cut from Boston Scally on that Black Watch Tartan, which is why I didn't get it. And I'm like, let me hold off and try to see if I get a Black Watch that I just want to pull the trigger on. That I feel like it's a great deal, authentic, not made in China. And again, certain caps, I don't care about the made in China thing. I love Piggy hats. I love some Boston Scallies. I don't care about that. But the Black Watch Tartan, I wanted a European. And I think maybe Chris Lopp had one. I didn't pull the trigger on, but this one I just had to do. I said, there's my Black Watch Tartan. And that is the Mucros of Ireland, made specifically for Mulligan Gear. In collaboration with Mulligan Gear, the Mucros Trinity. Mucros weavers of Ireland, weaving their fabrics on looms over 200 years old. I mean, you want to talk about authentic, the Mucros house in Killarney, Ireland. This is large, and just like going with all other Mulligans, I'm a large in Mulligan. So a 58 is a large in Mulligan. Got that Mucros logo there. You got the tag there. So this one, special run, made from Mulligan, the Black Watch Tartan. Got this little piece in the back here. Hang it up. I believe if there's another use for that, this is not a sizer, so I believe the use would maybe just be hanging it. So maybe, because some people are so OCD, they don't want to hang a cap. They think it's going to stretch it. So anyway, let's throw this on. Yeah, I got my Black Watch. Give it maybe a little steam. This flat cap, it obviously fits different. It's not gonna, and so putting it on right after this is a very streamlined flat cap. Then you have the regular Boston Scally cut. So look at the way this is a little bit different because it's a little bit extra fabric on the sides. And look at the profile, it comes lower in the back. Look at the shape like that of it. It's a different shape. But again, different style. And I love wearing caps in all different styles. And I will say this is a little bit more roomy than your standard Mulligan 58 made with Mucros here. But it's still fine. I like a little bit of room. I may have been able to rock a 57 in this, but it's fine. Again, Mucros, that is same thing with that Newsboy I got from Chris. Absolutely great. Fantastic quality caps. Finally got me that Black Watch. Loving it. Next cap I got, I had seen Sean Madigan with this one. This is the driver cap. This one looks like it will need a steam. Mulligan Gear, made in USA. Large, extra large is a 58, 100% linen for the summertime. Made in the USA. These are those Mulligan driver caps. 3 panels. And see the back there. This is the blue and white Mulligan driver. So if you go on the website, you got to go into the driver cap section, the American driver cap section, and then you got to go scroll for the color after you go for that section. Same thing with this. This is under the Mucros Trinity section, and it's the first one. The 3101 is the code for the Black Watch Tartan. Let's throw this bad boy on. Oh, what a comfortable feel. Very cushiony, I would say this is. Oh, man, I love this guy. Oh, love this cap. Love the shape of these drivers. Love the cut of these Mulligan drivers. The profile here. Love the color on this. Bring up the Sean Madigan. I saw him with this one. Sean, I hope you don't feel like I'm copying you a lot of these caps, but the way he does with the bald head and the beard and the style, a lot of the caps that look good on him tend to look good on me. And that's really what we're all doing this for, But somebody might see this and be like, oh, I'm going to bend that and do it my style, So blue and white Mulligan Gear driver cap. This one is a banger and a half. Tuesday night, we're going to tease it. Actually, tonight we're going to tease what's coming next week on the Gentleman's Roundtable. Stay tuned, everybody. Have a good day.